Nintendo surprised us all with the announcement of Nintendo World Championships NES Edition back in May 2024. The concept of the game is simple. Players are tasked with taking on various speedrun challenges across several NES games and even have the ability to compete on a global level. Now, whether you're an older gamer or just a fan of retro Nintendo titles, is this something that you should have in your Switch library? Well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Let's get into it. Danny from the Famicast here. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe, all that type of stuff. Sound off in the comments down below, and we may read it out on our bi-weekly show called the Famicast. Of course, you can find this review in written form over on our website, thefamicast.com. Now today, though, we're taking a look at Nintendo World Championships NES Edition in this review. Nintendo World Championships has over 150 challenges from 13 Nintendo-published NES titles. Now, these range in length from a few seconds to several minutes. Now, the idea here is pretty simple. Beat the challenges as quickly as you can. There are a handful of modes on offer here, too. So you have Speedrun mode, World Championships, and Survival mode. Speedrun is the place to be to practice and unlock everything that the game has to offer. Clearing the challenges don't require perfection here either. Now, as long as you meet the criteria to clear the stage, you will clear the challenge. Now, if you die, get hit, or something like that along the way, the game does have this auto-rewind feature to put you back into position to get an all clear. But yeah, you do not have to play something perfectly to get a really super high score. World Championships offers a series of challenges that change every week. Now in this mode, fans compete with players from all over the globe to try to reach the top of the rankings. Now these can be tried as many times as you like while the challenges are open. Now at the end of the week, or whenever that is for you, for me it's Monday evening, like Monday early evenings, basically players are able to see where their scores stack up against others in global rankings, as well as their birth year ranking. Now I thought this is a really cool feature and is definitely an incentive to keep players coming back to the game every week. In a similar vein, Survival Mode puts 8 players head-to-head against each other in 3 random challenges. Now, like championships, these reset every week. However, they offer 2 divisions, Silver and Gold. Now, again, these can be played as many times as you like. However, medals can only be awarded once per week. Now, although players are competing against others, this is not done in real time. But the game rather puts players against ghost competitors, or basically the clear times that others have gotten in the game. Now, Nintendo could have opted to make this mode happen in real time. However, I think the decision to keep this a competitive play as this passive experience was the right move. In this way, even if there aren't people playing literally at the same time as you, you can still find a match and still get into this mode. Now, these elements for both World Championships and Survival, these are seamless, so I think this is a really smart way to tackle online competition. Local multiplayer is also available with Party Mode. Now this allows for up to 8 players to take on challenges on one system. Challenges can be chosen individually, or there are actually some pre-made sets that are available as well. Now I found the latter to be the funnest way to experience the game. Now although I couldn't get an 8-player game going, I did manage to play a couple of 2-player sessions with a friend. Special shout out to Will from Raccoon City Cinema, and then later my wife. And yeah, these are pretty fun. Yeah, I'd say if you have the means to play with others in the same room, it's an absolute blast. Lots of just kind of going back and forth with each other. Yeah, give it a shot if you can. I spent the majority of my time playing Nintendo World Championships with my Famicom Joy-Con, but I did also play the game quite a bit in handheld mode. Now for me, both of these options felt great. Now there are a couple of disadvantages to using the Famicom controllers, and one of these can kind of be the same with the NES Joy-Con as well. So while playing in handheld mode or with the Pro Controller or something like that, you can do a quick reset of the game that you're playing with by pressing both L and R at the same time, or you can exit the game by hitting ZL and ZR. Now obviously the Famicom Joy-Con lack these additional buttons, so this quick restart isn't possible. Not a big deal, but still, that's one thing. Now, in addition to this, when playing games that require the select button, and if you're using the Famicom controller 2, there is no select button here. So if this is the case, for example, if you're changing missiles in Metroid or something like that, you need the select button. If you're using that second controller, it's not there. But when that happens, the game will give you some kind of a message to let you know what to press to do to basically do what they're asking you. A little annoying, but not that big of a deal. Now, outside of the games themselves, there are a variety of collectibles and ways to personalize profiles. There are over 500 player icons that can be purchased with in-game coins, and a pin collection that are unlocked by completing challenges. Now, on top of this, players can edit their profile to include their favorite NES or Famicom games and more. The lists here are actually pretty comprehensive too. I'm pretty sure they have every single game released in English-speaking territories and also in Japanese, so it's pretty cool. So yeah, when it boils down to it, I think Nintendo World Championship is a game that will likely appeal to an older crowd, or if you're just like a hardcore Nintendo fan. Now, again, if you grew up with the NES or Famicom and you like the idea of mini speedruns, I think you're going to feel right at home here. While I think the modes and the game list itself are a little bit small, I think players can easily sink 10 hours or more, unlocking all the challenges and just trying to get better at them. Special editions of this game were available to pick up across the globe. Now, while English-speaking territories all got mostly the same package, gamers in Japan got a slightly different set that included Famicom Joy-Cons. Now, I covered this previously in a video a couple of weeks back, so you can check out more about that here on the channel. But since then, I've actually managed to pick up a North American version of the special edition while on a work trip to the US. You know, it would have been great, I think, in terms of like practicality reasons, I'd say, for the North American, European, all those versions to also include the NES Joy-Con, but yeah, I still think that cart that's included with the North American set, you know, the English-speaking set is really cool. It would have been cool to see the controllers with them, though, too. Of course, giving fans a way to play various speedrun challenges of old NES games, Nintendo World Championships likely won't blow many away visually. While playing, the games are presented in separate windows that only take up a small fraction of the screen real estate, leaving room for various timers and information and all that type of stuff about the user. Now, while I think this is fine, I kind of wish that the presentation of the game themselves was just a little bit, I don't know, larger. I mean, you are able to change this for survival mode to some extent, but not like what I'm talking about here. Yeah, even so, I don't think it's like a huge deal. It's just kind of a minor complaint. I mean, it doesn't have any effect on the gameplay or anything. But yeah, outside of this, I think other elements such as trophies, pins, all this type of stuff look great. Overall, I mean, just the presentation looks nice. The music here is actually pretty cool too. I like the theme song they have going for it. I kind of wish they had a little bit more music, but yeah, I think overall this is just a really well put together package. Nintendo World Championships NES Edition is an enjoyable game that will definitely appeal to fans of Nintendo's classics. The library here may be a little bit limited, but the weekly championships and survival mode might be an incentive to keep people coming back for weekly plays. Now, if you're going in just to unlock and clear all the challenges, I mean, you could be done with the game in less than 10 hours. But if you're looking to get high ranks or see how you basically fare against others online, I think this game might have a little bit of staying power for you. But let's go ahead and turn things over to you guys. What do you think of Nintendo World Championships? Are you having fun with it? Did you try out the multiplayer? What's one of your biggest accomplishments in the game so far? I actually managed a #1 world ranking on Super Mario Bros. 2 door-to-door challenge like just this past week or whatever when I'm recording. So that was pretty cool. I'm pretty sure others of you out there got that one as well. But yeah, sound off with your accomplishments. I'd like to see where you guys have been ranking and stuff like that too. Yeah, also, what do you think about DLC for this game? Is there anything like that you'd like to see for that? Let us know. As always, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. If you liked what you see, please feel free to drop this video a like. If you feel that we've earned it, go ahead and give us a sub. Yeah, all these type of things really help out with visibility, and you know, we really appreciate every single like and sub that you guys give us. But yeah, be sure to check out other things we have on the channel. We have a bi-weekly podcast we do called the Famicast. We have video reviews, looks at Japan exclusives, kind of like what we talked about earlier with the special edition here, and a ton more stuff. Again, this is Danny from the Famicast. Thank you guys so much for checking this one out, and we'll catch you later.